10,000 tick trap. $10,000 tick trap.
Pandas, 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 pandas. Got bras and lettuce and dope lean Fanta. Pandas, welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys are here. We just finished the pre-market show, and I hope everyone had an amazing weekend. TGIM. Thank God it's Monday, so we're back on stream with the best community on YouTube. I get sad on the weekends. You know why? Because that means I'm away from you guys. Let's see here. I caught something over the weekend, and it's just not good. It's just not good. Caught something over the weekend, and sounds bad, feels bad. I may be like muting on and off throughout the stream just because I'm like coughing, and it does not sound pleasant. You know what I mean? Good morning, Bernadette. Day trading. Good morning, guys. Hugh. Good morning. Sarvana. Ted Rajnes. Savannah says, I am first time watching your live stream. How is work? Well, it works as in you watch it and get entertained, I guess. We stream here every single day at 9:15 Eastern Time, and we trade only one single instrument, the emini, and we trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. So we are scalping the emini, sometimes swing trading, but most of the time scalping. Currently in this channel downwards, we made this measure move. Not only made it, but we crushed through it. Kind of had a nice bounce back up, but not really, doesn't really break through this trend line. And so we are still in a downtrend. Won't be really in an uptrend until I think we break this trend line here. Higher time frames clearly beneath the 20 EMA. Hello Panda, are you doing anything for Halloween? Yeah, I think I'm gonna dress up as a human. People are gonna be real thrown off. SW Blaze, good morning from Chicago. I honestly feel like most of the Halloween stuff happened over the weekend. Market's about to open 7 minutes. Welcome, guys. Make sure you drop a GM in the chat. Make sure you fill out that poll and also scalp that like button. I'd like to know your location if you guys are not too shy. David B from Ohio, welcome, welcome. SLB Blaze from Chicago. You know, also, I don't know who's actually in the stream unless you guys have some engagement. So it's actually really nice to get to know your names and see who the regular followers are and visitors and viewers. Wyatt from Colorado. I've been to Colorado. It's really nice. It's like everywhere you drive is like a iPhone wallpaper. RP from Michigan. Jamian from Guam. Thomas Masters from South Carolina. Welcome, welcome. All right. I mean, yes. Give me the locations. Give me all your locations. All your locations belong to us. Thomas Masters, South Carolina. Chris, Louisville, welcome. I have yet to have gone to Louisville, Kentucky, and that's really sad because I absolutely love bourbon. So I need to go there sometime. Kirk Reed. Good morning from Cincinnati. Ryan, New Hampshire. Northeast. I just went in the area earlier this year, and it was quite nice. Went to Maine and Boston. Stopped by New Hampshire as well. Mike G from California, welcome, welcome. Andrew Wade from LA. Bhaskar from Dubai. See, this is what I'm talking about. We get people from Dubai. We get people from all over the world. It's absolutely incredible. Donald Smith from Pennsylvania. James Crow, Cincinnati. Odie from New York. H. Cal, New Orleans. Northern Turtle, waking up in Nelson, British Columbia, Canada. Welcome, welcome. Welcome from Los Angeles. A lot of people from LA. I mean, it must be real early for you guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Ex Machina says, if I use your 80% off Apex Trader code and if I fail my valuation, can I just cancel my subscription? It won't be charged anything more. Exactly. It's exactly how it works. If you cancel, then they won't give you any recurring charges. And there's no cancellation fee. Very straightforward. That's why I love Apex. This is very straightforward. No tricks. There's no tricks with Apex. I kind of like it, the fact that like you can get 3 hours of trading in before the beginning of the day for most people. If you live on the West Coast, or even like Mountain Time where it's like 2 hours, that's pretty nice too. Most of the volume happens in like the first 2 hours anyways. We're here earlier. Yeah, I caught a cold over the weekend, and I'm like coughing, so I'm gonna be on and off mute throughout the stream. And it's not because I don't like talking to you guys, just because I do not want to be like coughing and you're hearing all this noise, and sometimes neat surprises happen. And yeah, I don't want you guys. You know, it's a little too much information for you guys. So you're welcome. You're welcome. A lot of you guys, it's pretty even across the board. Let's say you guys have no idea what's going to happen. Let's look at the daily chart, see if we can get some information. Got strong bull bar ending on tie off the 20 MA. I'm thinking some follow through here, but if there's no follow through, as in this could be a pause bar. And if the pause bar reverses, we can come back down to the bottom of the trading range. I mean, we're not out of the woods yet of this trading range. Trading range is still forming here, but if we have a pause bar and we break above it, then I think we have some room to go up, to be honest. We do have FOMC on Wednesday. It's going to be a big news. I think it's going to move the markets a lot. And the reason being, if I were to put my chips in, for some reason, the market, I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but I called this trap way back here when I started to see this actually way over here when I just saw this strong bull bar. When I saw the strong bull bar, I was thinking this could trap out here and create a major trend reversal. This is a major trend reversal setup, and major trend reversals on any other time frame, sometimes they'll last, 40 some bars before even coming back down. And so, 40 bars on a daily chart, 2 months. I don't know. So you got 2 months of just upwards movement. I'm not sure. But with that being said, with the price action, it's just kind of weird because interest rates keep going up. So yeah, I'm not sure. Make sure you guys use that coupon for Apex 80% off while it lasts. Market is about to open very soon. 10 seconds. Making a new low. But with that being said, it feels weird. I feel like the Fed may start to pivot. I mean, all the parts of the world are pivoting, and they're going back to monetary loosening and easing, or whatever you want to call it. Strong push up. Break a trend, new low, bottom of trading range. Might come back to the top of the trading range here. There's a large gap, if you haven't noticed, in the overnight session. Higher low. First entry though. Let me take a trap trade here. I'd be tempted to take a fail second entry short. Micro double bottom. We may not get our setup. Micro double bottom might be it. But I'm going to wait patiently here. I'm not one to really get FOMO. I just like my setups. Give me a fail second entry short here and I'll take it. Obviously, there's a gap here that I think the market will try to fill.
10,000 tick trap.
It's also just a second entry short on a downtrend. I think break a trend to new low. Obvious magnet up here. Might be hard to time this. That's why I hate trying to time the market. In this trade, it's a fail second just short at the bottom of the trading range. They can come back to the top of the trading range, and it looks like it's gonna try to stop me out here. I could be reading this wrong. We could just be in a strong downtrend, and I may be reading this wrong. I mean, it stops me out, unfortunately. I'm thinking maybe this trend line here could be blocking me, and I saw a trigger right above the 20 MA. But that's unfortunate right there. I really thought we can come back to the top of the trading range here. At least to the top of the trend line or the channel. But it actually breaks down here. I maybe should have stayed away from this, because it ended up being a triangle, and I tried to go long at middle of the triangle, and the top of the triangle blocks me here, so that's unfortunate. So okay, we're down 137. Not too bad. I thought it was worth the attempt here, and I don't mind taking that trade. The beeps are basically like, it's like when you have so many accounts, it's super annoying. Basically, it's like all your accounts kind of like going crazy. I'm not sure if I would still want to go long here. Been burned already. So my premise might be wrong. But who knows? This looks really choppy right now. Stops me out. Finally goes away. I thought it was going to go. It's a failed breakdown. It's a little more than a 2-point risk there. I don't mind losing that. We'll just move on. Next trade. I'm thinking maybe downtrend now. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's getting really choppy. I'm gonna reload my historical here.
$10,000 tick trap.
The beeps of death really happen because when you have a stop limit order and you put it at a place that's lower than the actual price, then it kind of errors out. And then if you have multiple accounts, it kind of like gives you a warning for every account that you try to do that in. If a trade copier, it kind of like trickles down to all those accounts and messes things up. The problem why it sucks is because you actually cannot change like your order until you exit out all those error codes. And sometimes like if you saw, my order was just hanging there. And I was like, what if it just shoots up and it's basically a really bad entry. Second entry short here. I'm a sucker for this. I want to go long again. I actually do want to go long again. Main reason because there's a huge gap right now on the 5-minute chart. Huge gap on the 2000 tick chart. I want to go long again here, but also failed breakdown. Try to lead to a reversal back to a breakout. I just need a setup. We have these large wicks here. Micro double bottom. Getting very choppy. I may skip it. Turning to a lower limit order market. There it goes without us. Unfortunately, you know, I wanted a second entry. Basically, I was creating a second entry long. A B. I was waiting for a break of my previous candle's low so I can get in long, but it goes without us. Unfortunately. Do I want to take a trap trade here to the long side? Do I? Sure, why not? I may be reading this really wrong, but the 10,000 tick chart, there's actually the 20 EMA blocking you. It's kind of pretty risky to go long here. If you're going to go long here, I think you would have to take like a pretty nice swing trade. It's inside bar. Doesn't even give you the trap trade, right? It's OII pattern, breakout mode. I would need a failed breakdown here. Or this might be a good place to go short. I mean, you're right on the trend line. We're at the 20 EMA on the higher time frames. Okay, it goes without. It's starting to go without us. Right, it basically inside bar OII pattern, and it breaks to the top side. That's strong enough for me to go long. Also strong bull bar on the 5-minute chart. It might go without us. Unfortunately, no setups along this entire way. It's really frustrating. Now that I want to go long again, I'm not getting the setup. Here I got a setup, but it fails. That's my fault. I should have recognized this triangle here and realized that it could act as resistance, which it did. Now I'm trying to find the setup again, but keeps having a very painful and awkward price action here. Do I want to go long here on this trap? I'll attempt it here. Going long. Top right of your screen says trade at your own risk. Don't come to me and be like, oh, I lost a bunch of money. I mean, the name says it all. My name is Bye Bye Money for a reason. Strong push down. Back to the 20 EMA, huh? Okay. Now the signal bar is huge. Risk is large. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 5 points of risk here if you're going to take this trade. It's a little too much risk for me to take this. I would need a better signal bar in this area. I wouldn't mind it. Signal bar is looking bearish, but the risk is small. Very bearish. The risk is small though. As long as we're above the 20 MA, I'm still thinking about going long here. See, now I'm not. Now it's less enticing that we push down like that. It would have to be a very bullish signal bar here for me to be interested. Canceling that trade. No longer interested. I mean, this signal bar is really bad. And I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna try to go long against this downtrend with a signal bar like that. Especially if I'm looking for a reversal trade. I need more evidence that this would be a strong reversal. And that ain't it. That ain't it. Currently lost one trade right now. Let's see if I can get that back up. Guys, let me know in the chat if the music's okay. Talking about the volume. Inside bar, very interesting. Too hard for me to tell what's going to happen here. 20 EMA starting to flatten out. I don't hear any music. Can hardly hear it. Can't hear the music. Oh no. What about now? What about now? Better? Yeah, I'm kind of doing a little new system here with the music. Oh, that trap ends up working out. Still can't hear it? I mean, what about now? You definitely should be able to hear it now. I can hear it. Sounds fine to me. Better. I feel like that might be a little too loud for you guys. I don't want you to be like, the only music you want to hear is a green trade. Let's go. Me too. Right, this trap kind of fails and reverses, so I'm not sure what to make of this right here. If you look in the higher time frames as well, let me know if the music's too loud. Like if the music is like equal to my voice, I don't want it to be equal to my voice, because then it's like if you want to hear what I'm saying, you're gonna have to like. It's just hard. I want the music to be background music. I'm playing it off of different applications, so I'm asking. All right, we got a two-leggy here, but I guess I'm looking for a short trade in this area. Right, you're thinking of a major trend reversal, but that fails. So I'm looking for a fail second tree. Or am I looking for a new high now? Like uptrend, or it can just be like this. uptrend, break a trend new high, but usually when it's off, bouncing off the 20 EMA like this, you kind of want to use it as a pivot. This could be first break a trend, attempt a new high. I'm not sure. I just hate when there's gaps above. Makes me want to go long. Hate when there are gaps, they're not filled. It really messes up my premise of the day. Second entry long here, very interesting. Coming back above the 20 MA, pushing strongly up. Huh. I wasn't thinking about going long right there. A, B, C. Looks like it's working out for you though, if you went long. Maybe he's looking for that new high, huh? Unsure. Trap trade to the downside. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know. Can't go long or short here. Trap kind of looks good. Hard to say. Huh. It was like a failed trap. Higher low, second entry long. Going back down though. Okay. Scalps out to the downside. I just don't know what's happening here. This is really not my style. Not my market cycle I like to trade. A lot of up, a lot of down. Pushing back down. The trap ends up working out. Ends up being a nice short trade there. I was thinking maybe, I guess this was the break of trend to new high, then trap trade. Hard to say. The fact that this could have been a potential, right, pivot to use, especially if it's a first entry. Erica W, welcome. I don't know what's happening here. I mean, it looks like a downtrend, but I guess this is the setup I should have gone down. 3 failures to break out. Reverses. Top of the trading range. If I tweak this back to the top of this pivot, I mean, I can use anywhere in this pivot really to create this channel, and technically I can bounce off here. It's a strong push down. Darn. All right, no more reversal attempts. I took 2 reversal attempts and or I took 1 here. Thought it happened again here, but I skipped it because I was just unsure. But glad I did, because it ends up being a nice push down here. I'm not sure, Pandas. I'm not sure. This music is more music than the better lo-fi. Pen, did you guys caught me? I really did change up the I changed it up a little bit just because I kept getting copyright violations. It's super annoying because once you get a copyright violation, like, there are a couple options what you can do to get rid of the copyright violation, but any option that you choose requires you to edit the actual stream. Either you take out the music or you cut out the segment. But when I do that, I lose the live chat, and it happens like 80%, not 80%, it happens like 50-50. It's really annoying. I kind of want to keep the chat. I like it as archives. I like to, have them for just, purposes of just, I love reading the chats, if I were to look at the stream. It's super frustrating. So let me vet through some of these songs, because obviously the music sucks. Then I don't want that. Let's do this. All right, let's play these songs. H4 setup, but I'm like kind of like stuck here. Like we're back at the bottom of the channel here. We can have a pullback back to the 20 MA. David Wall says, watching your videos on the weekend, why overlay the MES on MES? Didn't really say why in the video. The reason why you want to overlay, because you want the price action. The 2000 tick chart is specific to each instrument, and so the MES 2000 tick chart does not look like the ES 2000 tick chart. But say you want to trade the price action of the ES, but you want the exposure of the MES, so you put the overlay in, so you're trading on the MES account, but you're actually trading on the MES, so that's why you need overlay. Turtles want a channel check. All right, here you go. There's your channel. We're hitting the bottom of it now. I hate these gaps. The gaps, I mean, it feels like we're obviously in a downtrend, but the gap above makes me feel like we might go back up. It's like a new rule now. Like usually gaps fill within the day, but now it's like gaps, like multi-day gaps, multi-week, multi-month gaps now on the ES. It's crazy. They usually fill within the day, but it's not been like that these days, to be honest. I believe there's a gap way below as well that has not been filled. I'm a sucker here. I'm gonna go long. I'm gonna go long in a downtrend. I don't know why. Should I just go take the short? I can't take the bounce off the bottom of the channel. Like we have plenty of room back to the top of the channel here. It's H4 setup, actually H5 setup, where the 5 fails to break the previous pivot low. Clearly underneath the 20 MA here. Still want to go long though. Fortunately, it's gonna bite me in the butt. One of two ways: either I'm gonna miss this actual trade to go short, or I'm gonna get stopped out on this reversal attempt. We're obviously in a downtrend, but I'm scared to go short because we bounced at the bottom of the channel. I feel like we have enough room to get back to the top of the channel here, but really it's hard to say. Inside bar, OII pattern. I mean, it's a nice second inch short currently. I can't even go long here if it does reverse. Canceling that. So this is like either it'll bite me one of two ways. Either I will miss the scalp, or if it does trigger, I might have lost it, and I just end up missing the scalp. My premise is completely wrong right now. I'm not reading this right. I should have just gone short there. Downtrend off the 20 MA. Nice signal bar. Pandas. Pandas. Pray for me. I'll be right back. First entry, lower high. I don't know. I mean, everything looks bearish right now. Don't know. mean, 20 EMA is obviously acting as some sort of resistance here. The lower high first entry works out nicely in your favor. Strong downtrend day today. It's just like, man, it's hard. Just because there's so much room up here, I just don't know. So in a sense, like, I'm not losing more money, but I'm not gaining the money I should have gained, like, by missing this trade. It's unfortunate. And my dumb panda brain still wants to go long somewhere in this area. It's just natural, knowing we're in the bottom of a channel, but we could also be being blocked by the 50% mark of the channel as well. 50% mark here. I mean, we're above the 20 MA now, which is breaking the pattern. No setup for me. It's not like I was gonna go long here. Yeah, all the short setups are working right now. Higher low setup. Sorry, Pandas. I don't have much. It's hard for me to read. I already lost one trade, and I'm missing these short trades, like this trade here, this trade here. Some may even say this trade, but I usually don't take the first entries like that. Higher low setup. My dumb panda brain still wants to go long. I want to find a long setup somewhere still, but this looks better than this one. If this were to trap versus this trap looks better. Chances are low. Probably still in a downtrend. I may have to swing this as well. If this traps, it might be only worth swing because they're at top, basically making a double top here. Second entry short. I don't like outside bar reversals, but this may outside bar reversal here. Okay. Doji's out. Risk is not too large, so I don't mind taking this trade. 2 times risk reward is up here. It doesn't look good though. I mean, when it starts to look like that, it's very disappointing if you're in a trap. You almost want to reverse it, but I'm not a fan of reversing my trades. I'm just not a fan of that. It's just like it's too risky in a sense. If you lose it, just lose it. Let's move on. But it stops me out. Amazing. I mean, I just can't. I can't read this market. I'm done. I think I'm done. I'm like, the fact that I'm still like caught up on long trades right now, the fact that fails, that stops me out, goes up now. I just can't. I can't go long again. I just can't. I'm just gonna let this go. I'm letting this go. Horrendous. Stops me out and then goes up again. Not only stops me out, gives me a point slippage, which is even more frustrating. So frustrating right now. That's just nasty price action. Like the trap triggers at a decent area. It stops you out. It stops me out. Gives me a 1 tick slippage even. Takes more than I wanted to. And shoots up. Incredible. I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this market right now. It's making me angry. Pushes all the way back down. Nasty stuff. nasty. Doesn't even give you a scalp. Doesn't even go 2 points. So ultimately glad I took that original stop loss. Ultimately. Let's just say I reverse that trade because that trap fails, so I take the reversal. The reversal would have failed as well. This reversal fails, so it's triple trap here. It's just nasty price action, in my opinion. I just feel like today is just not gonna be one of those days where, at least like I feel like I will need some time away from the charts until the direction's a little more clear. I mean, it seems like the direction is downtrend, but you know, this price action is looking really ugly right now. The immediate price action. Lance Gaunt says shouldn't have gone long on a pretty strong downtrend. It's true. I'm just thinking, like, all things considered, we're bouncing off the bottom of this channel, thinking we can come back to the top of the channel, but with the setup too. So ultimately, dumb trade, but that's why I was saying my dumb panda brain still wants to go long. I gotta stop that. Like, I'm not reading this right. I'm definitely not reading this right. And it feels like the next short that shows itself, like the next short opportunity, it's gonna fail. That's what it feels like. And I'm going to try to go into it when it's like just too late. That's what it feels like, at least. Now that if I try to actually go to short, I'm probably going to fail that too. It's just one of those days. Like, my timing is all off. I'm just not reading it right. It's like frustrating because like when I hesitate, then the trade actually works out for you. I kind of want to go short now, but I feel like we're starting to turn to a trading range, which is very frustrating. All right, trap to the short side.
5-minute trap.
I don't like outside bar reversals, especially bottom of trading range like this. We're in a strong downtrend, and so I might just have to skip this outside bar reversal. I just don't like outside bar reversal. Like, I saved myself from losing more money by not reversing my trade, so that's at least that's some consolation right there, right? A little bit. That's sad when your consolation is when you prevent yourself from losing more money than you could have. If that's your only consolation today, it's kind of sad. Of course, that trap does work out for you, at least for a scalp. Absolutely amazing. Outside bar reversal first triggers, then actually goes. Dumb brain still wants to go long. Huh. First entry short beneath the 20 MA. But you can see that the trading range is starting to happen, but it's still in a downtrend, so most likely the trading range will break down to the downside. When I say most likely, it's like 60-40. Just watching. Maybe take a second entry short here. I don't know. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm a little sick, so I'm gonna be on and off the mic. Okay. Higher low, second entry long. Maybe back to the top of the trading range. It's confusing. Very confusing to me. I may take another fail second entry short here. That's how dumb I am right now, pandas, and I'm gonna try. Fail second entry short's my setup again. And I might just be really reading this wrong. Like it might be obvious to take every second entry short, and I should just go short here, but second entry short, small risk if you want to take the short trade here. Signal bar's not the best though. Marker double bottom. Come back to the top of the trading range, perhaps. Gives you a micro double bottom. Doesn't actually give you the setup. It might go without me. So it's like when I actually get the premise right, it doesn't give me the setup. And when I get the premise wrong, it gives me a setup. So frustrating. It's one of those days. At least someone's doing well. Derek is killing it, so I'm glad. I'm glad. Very glad. I mean, all things being said, I'm not that red. I'm just, more than anything, I'm just a little annoyed because the price action is very frustrating right now. So like I said, it gives you a micro double bottom. Oh, it might give us a trap here. No, another micro double bottom. No setup. That means people are coming with limit orders at the bottom of these bars, right? Limit orders can only happen if you're coming with limit order. Bulls are saying if it comes back down to the previous candle's low, I'm buying. Previous candle's low, I'm buying. So you can see the bulls starting to enter, starting to come in, starting to influence the market a little bit here. Might actually trigger a second entry short. I'm gonna attempt this again, pandas. My dumb panda brain just can't let this go. Two times risk reward here. Maybe I should just scalp out just to get the feeling of you know, winning. Like, it's been so long since I've won. I've already lost 2 trades, so maybe I should just come out with a scalp, 2-point scalp, and just be happy with a win. Especially top of the trading range here. I could protect my I could protect my trade here. I'm gonna let this marinate a little bit. It's a small risk. It's a little more than 2 points. I already made a 1-to-1 here. let's see if we can get a 2-to-1 here. Be a 1, 2, 3, 4. A little more than 4-point trade. I could take my risk off here and just be like in a free trade pretty much at this point. Touches my 2-to-1 risk reward perfectly and bounces off of it. Very frustrating. Because if it reverses now, it's just like, I think a lot of people have the same idea. Could have maybe front ran at 1 tick and got out. Or I could just be happy with my, oh, let's go baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. Still down $50. 2-to-1 risk reward right there. And the risk was only like 2.25 point. Getting more than 4 points on that trade. I'm down 50, but still. But that only came at the cost of what, pandas? Like, I took this long here, and I also took this long, and now the third time's a charm, and it finally does reverse pretty strongly here. I wish I could got a little more money off of that. Wow. But that 2 times risk reward, you saw right when it touched, it reversed, and so it's not a question if that was a place where people are taking the profit. The question is, definitely, you know, it was. There was no question about it, basically. It definitely was a place where people are taking their profits. But the strong bulls is overwhelming right now. You can see it like here, the price action. The bulls are coming in with limit orders here. Limit orders, there's a gap here. A gap here. And reverse immediately here. And also, on the 5-minute chart, we had a failed trap here. So this traps, let me change this. So we have a trap here. Oh shoot. One second. Yeah, so we have a trap here that fails and reverses. This is another reason why I decided to hold the trade. Because if you have a failed trap on the 5-minute chart, it's usually a pretty strong move up. The 10,000 tick chart still showing trading range here. Could trap again here. Be a small pullback bull channel, but I don't really like it. I don't really like the shape of this, just because we have an overshoot here already. Yeah, I don't like the look of that. So for me, I lost 2 trades at 1-to-1 risk, well, with a scalp, and then I won 1 trade 2-to-1, and now I'm like almost break even because of that. Trap. Maybe looking for a second entry long here. Don't know. Maybe looking for a new low. Give me a 1 in the chat if you would take a second entry long here. If this setup happens, tell me if you take a second entry long off the 20 MA with a good signal bar. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're thinking about this. Give me a 2 if you're skipping. Give me a 3 if you take the trap trade to the downside. Failed second entry long. This might be one of those mid-air second entry longs too. Which is super frustrating because I can't take those. I was thinking of taking the mid-air one. It was a good signal bar, but nah. Close enough for me. Let's look for a second entry long here. As long as we're above the 20 MA, in my opinion. Give me a decent signal bar. Can't be too ugly. Can't be too large either. I'd rather take like a bad signal bar that's like a 2-point risk than a good signal bar that's like a 5-point risk, to be honest. Unless I can get a deep retracement. Breaking beneath the 20 MA. 20 MA starting to curl down. It's not really a long trade you want to enter now. It's almost a short trade you want to enter at this point because the setup is bad to go long at this point. I have an L4 setup because it continues downtrend as well. I almost want to take this trap trade to the downside at this point. But I don't know, it's hard to say because you could look for a breaker trend to new high still. So even the trap trade is a little tricky in my opinion. You know what? I'll take a higher low second entry long. Forget it. But the higher low second entry long could turn to a second entry short. You know, basically a higher low looks like this. Could just be a second entry short on a downtrend. I can't take this trap. I just can't. Simply cannot. I'm looking for a new high still. That's why. Doesn't matter. The trap doesn't even trigger. It gives you a perfect scalp right now. Higher low second entry low might be enticing, but hard to say. Still waiting for a new high, but on a strong downtrend, you sometimes don't get those setups. trap triggers here. I'm not in it though. I'm looking for that new high still. Darn. It's a tricky one. I mean, it's clearly underneath the 20 MA. Overall trend is clearly bearish, and we're getting a trap to the downside. I can see why that's very, very tempting to take. I'm like very tempted to take it, even with the retracement. But we're beneath the 20 MA as well. It just looks like a nice short trade to take here, but with such a strong move up like this, I'm thinking a retest of some sort. At least an attempt up. But who knows? I'll be a little nervous now. I'll be sweating. Do I take this long? This failed trap here. Huh. Failed trap back to the upside. I can't. The 20 MA is curling downwards. I can't take it. I have a new meme I want to use. I'm trying to find a good time to use it, but I am really like under the weather right now. I'm just like, I just want the energy to really like push out some really like, I don't have that high energy right now. Sorry pandas. I'm just a little low energy. It could be a failed trap here. I'm skipping this. I just can't take it. I just can't take any setup here right now. This is crazy. We're beneath the 20 MA. 20 MA is curling down. We're kind of back into our channel. I don't know. Inside bar on the 5-minute chart. Inside bar. This is why I didn't want to go long, because I saw this strong bear bar. I think it might break beneath it, but who knows at this point? I still have no idea what's happening, pandas. It's just tricky. I guess I want to go long, but at the same time, it looks like it's going short, so I'm just sitting on my pause. That's, I gotta, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Maybe come back down, fill this gap. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Just have no idea, pandas. What's going on? I finally did it. I did it. Turtle says, very hard day to start 4 new accounts. Yeah, no kidding. This is actually very difficult. See, this trap actually ends up working out for you very nicely. It's just such a strong push up. You're looking for at least an attempt to a new high, but man, it doesn't even get it. First break a trend, maybe looking for a new low at this point. We do have news tomorrow and news Wednesday, big news Wednesday, FOMC announcement Wednesday, and just be prepared, pandas, that if you are in a trade around 2 p.m. Eastern time, you are gonna be in trouble, or you might make a lot of money. I don't know, one or the other. Might be another trap down. Outside bar reversal. Not interested. The 5-minute chart has yet to touch the 20 MA. This is a 1% day. This is a 1% day where you don't have a close beneath the 20 MA. Amazing. I might get another 1% day. Don't have a close above the 20 MA. This is very rare. This is the 5-minute chart. Very rare. 99% chance it'll touch the EMA, and like a 98% chance it will close beneath the 20 MA. Here you can see it never closes beneath it. That was Friday. Sick. Sick. Absolutely sick. Sickening, really, if anything. Unsure what's happening here. Pandas, if you know what's happening here, then let me know. I really have no idea. H4 setup. Fills the gap and bounces off of it. Still beneath the 20 MA, so I'm not looking for a long trade. Right now, at least. Crazy. I don't know, Pandas. Another trap might trigger. Push down again. Lower high. First entry. Pandas, have any of you guys ever used a neti pot? Bought one the other day, but I'm so scared to use it. It just looks very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Oh, what? A neti pot? It's like a little pot or like a little squeeze bottle that you put in one nostril and then the water or liquid flows from one nostril and comes out the other nostril. It's crazy. It hurts but works. No pain, no gain. They work great. Looks worse than it is. To clean your nose out. Feels great. Navage is better for size. I don't know what Navage is. Sounds savage though. They work very well. HCal. This is a neti pot commercial, guys. Iron Cruz says I usually just swallow it. That's just wild. Snort some salt water, it works. What's Navage versus Netipot? Is it different? I don't know. Victor Moron says up 3,600 today. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Got hot poker melts away the snot. Whoa. I don't know if I want to put a hot poker in my nose. That sounds wild. Oh, that sounds kind of wild. And obviously I'm talking about this because the market is doing absolutely nothing. I'm just waiting for something to happen. Is it alive yet? Saline water. Not plain water. Makes sense. You want to get that salt in there. Clean it out. I don't know, Panda. I don't know what's happening. It's just overlapping. Underneath the 20 MA, but at the same time, it's like, does this look very bullish or bearish in any way? I don't know. It's hard to say. This looks choppy to me. Casey says, new low, rally back up. Possibly. We do have a first break of this big trend. 10,000 tick chart. I'll draw the same trend. If you're confused, look at the higher time frames. Helps a lot. So I'll typically draw this trend like this. And you see a 1, 2, 3 hits. Now we break above it, breaking it, looking for a new low. It could possibly reverse here, but don't bet on it. I have no idea, to be honest. Strong push down now, looking for that new low. What a move, what a move. No idea what's happening. If you know what's happening, then start your own YouTube channel and let's talk about it. What can I say? I mean, it looks like a downtrend, but at the same time looks choppy. And Pandas, I'm down 50, but the nice thing is, it's not my own money. We have Apex 80% off until Wednesday. Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. And how nice that is. Because FOMC is Wednesday, so that's when you start to load up. You start to load it up and see what happens. Days like FOMC days, you can finish your evals in like one trade even. One trade maybe in that day, just because it's so volatile. You have so many setups, so many big swings. Like, you can finish it definitely in one day. Yeah, I need to do another prop firm that supports Morocco, huh? This market is spooky. How fitting for today. It's just haunting us. No idea what's happening. So frustrating. Like, I'm not touching this. I'm not touching this at all. KC42, are you allowed to finish in one day for PA? I'm not sure what it means to finish in one day for PA, because PA counts you just, you know. I'm not sure. There's no end to a PA. You can't finish a PA account. Yeah, we do have big news items coming up. I honestly think on the daily chart, we just had such a strong move up. This is going to be a pause bar. And this pause bar will be a pause bar. Tomorrow, depending on which way we break the pause bar, it could be a strong move either way. I'm more enticed to have a strong move when it goes up. If it does go down, it might be a pullback. But yeah, I mean, obviously we're kind of going into an uptrend now. Several moves up. Higher highs, higher lows. No idea what's happening here. I mean, we're clearly beneath the 20 MA. I would say that 5 minutes should hit the 20 MA sometime today. At least touch it. I don't know if we're going to really break through it, but at least touch it sometime today. I've never seen a day where the 5 minute does not touch the 20 MA. I've never seen a day like that. Al Brooks says he's never seen it in the last like 30 years. Andrew A says perhaps another uptrend before Fed meeting. I bought little calls this morning. If you're gonna buy calls, I would just wait before because you got decay. A little too early, too soon, Junior. Unless you think the move's gonna happen before the news. I don't know. Panas, I have no idea what's happening here. I mean, this is trading range. Failed breakdown, come back into trading range. Might be a failed breakout, come back into trading range. Actually, decent strong push up. We might actually finally hit the 5 minute 20 MA. It might be the case. I don't know. Fed meeting's at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. So confused. No idea what's happening. No idea. Erp asks, is true the maximum funded P account is 20? That's actually not true. I've actually had more than 20. Like, it's like, it really depends. Sometimes they will limit it. They have the right to limit how much you want, but I've had more than 20, and it's I guess it depends on, you know, it really depends on them. Do I have more than 20 right now? Hey, you have to become a panda to know that. Casey says, what are your thoughts on a sell limit at the 5 minute 20 MA? It's fine. I would wait for 20 closes beneath. Usually that's the rule you use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's not 20 closes yet, but once you have 20 closes beneath the 20 MA, then you can put a sell limit, but usually that's the rule of thumb. Trade copier. Trade copier is a game changer for me. If the trade copier wasn't there, I wouldn't be trading. I probably wouldn't be trading with Apex. Well, that's not true. I'll probably still trade Apex, but I would not need like multiple accounts because it doesn't. It kind of defeats the purpose of multiple accounts. Like if you have the trade copier, then that's when you want multiple accounts, in my opinion. Now you can get me wrong. You could be like I spread risk because multiple accounts in other ways, but for me, like if you have the trade copier, that's a game changer for me. That makes trading become like a certain hobby versus life-changing money, in my opinion. The trade copier allows that. I mean, if you think about it, like you're multiplying your leverage by however many accounts that you want. I mean, maybe the max is 20, but you know, yeah. Definitely you can have more than 20. Unless Apex, I mean, Apex can limit you to one account, really, if they wanted to. They have full right to do that. Don says, I'm having trouble with trade copier. I have 3 accounts and they aren't coming out the same amounts. Well, that's because of how the trade copier works. It creates market orders where you might have a limit order. So say you have a limit order. The moment the limit order triggers, it'll create a market order. And if that market order happens, then it kind of fills you in at the next available price. And so the limit order makes it so you enter it at that price, but the way the trade copier works, it changes your limit order to a market order across all your other accounts. So you might have some slippage there. Micro double bottom here. Doesn't even give us a trap to trade here long. Possibly touch the 5-minute 20 EMA. It makes sense to touch it here, but who knows. See, with that being said, like I kind of want to take a long trade up to it because we're so close to it. It's kind of like almost feels like free money. But we have not yet touched it. We just touched it on the 5-minute. Are we going to close above it? I have no idea. Strong bull bar, any near its high. Anthony Ben asks, if you didn't use Apex, what is the company you'll use? Oh, good question. I don't know. I have no idea. I should look at a couple of them. I mean, like, I'm not like, in a sense, like, necessarily married to Apex. I choose Apex because it's the best one out there. That's why I do it. I choose Apex because it gives you the best rules. The prices are the best. In fact, if there's any other prop firm there, it's probably because, like, and if you notice, like, other prop firms kind of like are similar to Apex, it's because Apex changed the game, right? They, you know, Top Step Trade or whatever, that they were freaking taking away 20% commissions. That's straight up gouging. That's ridiculous. Like 20% commissions. I think they changed it to 10% because that's what Apex is doing. Yeah, but you know that's true. I mean, if you can't use Apex, you obviously want to use a different one. So, 240 SMA. Sell limit at the 20 EMA and the 5-minute works out for you. For anyone who asked about that, for a scalp at least. Second entry short happening on the 5-minute. A, B, C. May continues downtrend, looking for a new low. Going back to the 20 EMA. When the 20 EMA and the 240 SMA start to converge, it usually turns to the trading range. You guys are pretty even across the board today. It makes sense because today is really tricky in my opinion. Trading range, like you're obviously in a downtrend, but you get these trading ranges. Big pushes up, trading range again, big push up. Confusing, if you ask me. Make sure you guys take advantage of the 80% off. It's only for a limited time. Down 50, but hey, that's $50 of another prop firm's money. It's not mine. We trade 100% risk free here, so. Second entry short. I may take this trade. I don't know. Hey. Ooh, terrible signal bar. I got the black lung. Where's that from? I think I got the black lung. What movie is that from? May go short here, pandas. I just don't like second entry shorts that one leg is above on the opposite side of 20 MA. I don't know, I may go short here. Yeah, Mark Aguedas knows. Ben also says, Apex make you pay the monthly premium before you pass their 10-day profit trial or after? No. You just pay the eval cost. If it takes you more than 1 month, then they make you pay, you know, every month. But if you pass before the month, then you don't have to pay the recurring charge. Makes sense. Okay. Second entry short here. I kind of want to take it. But mostly because it coincides with the second entry short on the 5-minute chart. It's a really nice second entry short on the 5-minute. Looks like it's about to trap you out. On another attempt down, I will take this trap trade to the short side. Risk is quite large. Signal bar is also terrible to go short. Very terrible. I can't even do it. I can't do it. Even on the best setup, the signal bar looks like this. I just can't do that. It's terrible. Like I mentioned, usually when the 240 SMA and the 20 EMA start to converge, you start to get price action that starts to go into a trading range between the two like this. The reason why is because the 240 is on a higher time frame. It's actually the 20 SMA. Boy, oh boy, very confusing. I don't like this. There's a trap trade currently forming on the 10,000 tick chart, which could potentially launch this up to fill this gap. I know it sounds crazy, but it can actually do that. Trap also on the 5-minute can do the exact same thing, launch it up to fill the gap. I'm not ruling that out. I'm really not ruling that out. That could possibly happen, especially on a day like today. Who knows? Some people Some people ask why I use a 240 SMA. It's because on the 5-minute chart, the 240 SMA is actually the 20 SMA on the hourly. And so if the market's balanced, then you can use the same EMAs across the tick charts. I guess technically it's, you know, was 5 minutes to, you know, it's like 12 times. So it's a 24,000 tick chart, 20 SMA. Interesting. Yeah, it seems kind of random, but that's what it is. No idea what's happening. How can I get the automated sound of 10K trap? If you have the indicator, you can go to the website www.twoleggedpullback.com and go to the free download section, and those sound bites are there for you to use. Also, if you want, there's like a floating tick counter, you know, so a lot of the native NinjaTrader one is on the bottom right, but honestly, when it comes to scalping, you can't be staring at the bottom right of the screen when you have a scalp that's about to happen. So the floating tick counter puts the tick counter right at the price action. So that's available. Also, there is a bar timer free download available for you guys. I'll show you guys that. Whoops. So this bar timer here is like the opposite of, it's just free for anyone who might be interested. But basically, it tells you how long it takes for each candle to finish. And so, let's say you have a strong move, and you can see the time of that move was very small. So you see this strong move up, and you see in this area, you see how this move keeps going up, but the quicker the bars are finishing quicker and quicker and quicker. That means there's volatility there, right? It's moving up and it's moving quickly, right? The bars are finishing very fast. So if that's, it's like the opposite of a volume indicator on a time chart. You know, like if you use a 5-minute chart, then you have the volume indicator, which is like how much volume you have. Since we trade the tick charts, rather, instead of looking at the volume, because all the volume will be the exact same if we look down here, we look at the price action of the volume, but we want to track how much time it takes for the candles to finish. So let's say it's going up like this, but yeah, the time is getting quicker and quicker. You see like there's like a rush of traders coming in here. Also same here, rush of traders coming in here. I don't know. It's up to you. You guys can use it. It's free. It's for anyone who wants to include that possibly in their you know, strategy. And you know, I don't really use it, but hey, some people requested it and I made it, so you're welcome. Pineapple Lim has it exactly right. People are asking, why do you need multiple accounts versus one big account? People who haven't yet traded prop firms don't know this, but people who've been trading prop firms for a while, there's one rule when it comes to prop firms: do not bust your account. That's the one and only rule. Really, it's like do not bust your account. That's it. Right? As long as you don't bust your account, you're probably in a place where you can take out profits. And so, the number one rule: don't bust your accounts. And if you can spread your risk around multiple accounts versus, so like let's say you have like the 300K account, right? And you're trading, let's say, you know, would you rather have one 300K account or 6 50K accounts? You know, which one would you rather have?
5-minute trap.
If you're going to trade, let's say 6 contracts on the 50K account, your risk
10,000 tick trap.
most likely will bust your account on the 300K. But if you're taking one contract on the 50K accounts, then your risk is way more spread out. The trap is about to trigger on a 10,000 tick chart. but we're underneath the 20. Like I mentioned, when you're between the 240 and the 20, it starts to go choppy. It gets choppy like this. I just don't know what to do here. There is no free trial on the trading range indicator. Down $50, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I usually don't like to go long if we bounce off the 240 SMA like this. So actually, I'm looking for a short trade, but I'm not sure if we can get any type of setup here. Gotta break a trend to new low. I've had a sale one time on the two-legged pullback indicator. Only one time.
Five-minute trap.
And that's when that first got released. It's never been in the last 3 years ever been on sale. All right, I don't know what's happening. The trap is about to trigger on the higher time frames. Hey, I don't want to go long when you bounce off the 20 EMA like this or 240 SMA. Hey, I don't know what to do. Confused. What should I do? Should I go long? This looks choppy. I just sit in my pause here. As long as the market looks like this, I just cannot trade it simply. Trap trigger is on the 10,000 tick chart, also on the 5-minute chart. Trap triggers, amazing. I don't know what that means. Are we gonna be an uptrend on the 2,000 tick chart? I just cannot make a trade here though. Coiling between the 240 and the 20 EMA, I just can't really go long here. When you bounce off the 240 like this, I've learned that I typically should not trade into that. Trade opposite of that. Like I want to trade with this bounce. Ends up being a nice push up. It is a trap on multiple time frames. It's nice. The only reason I didn't like it is the 5 minutes beneath the 20 minute. And also we're like wedged between this on the lower time frame. So even though we do have a trap on the higher time frames, I just can't take it when I see the lower time frame being so confusing. See, it's gonna trick you. It wants you to think we're gonna push up high. I don't know. Thoughts and prayers for those who want to go long here. Thoughts and prayers. Oh boy. Outside bar reversal. Decent push up. I don't know. You guys can do it. I'm just sitting on my pause. I usually don't trade breakouts. I don't need to trade breakouts. I'm scalping, so breakouts are not really a thing I like to trade. Unless I want to trade a breakout. Unless I want to swing it. Then I'll trade a breakout. See, if you took that long, outside bar reversal, you're sweating right now. You're still safe because your signal bar is down here, but you're definitely sweating. As I would be. Very Asian sounding song here. like I mentioned, 240 and a 20 it starts to wedge like this. I don't like to take trades in this area. Also, when it does this, it's really annoying because you're just kind of like bored. Hope you guys are doing well. Seems like some of you guys are making some bamboo today. We do trigger the trap to the long side. Congrats. Oh man, it's just so ugly looking. Doesn't go very far. Wow, that looks ugly. Looks really ugly. No follow through on that breakout. Still pinching between the 20 EMA and the 240 SMA. Casey asks, why do I sometimes go for 4 points? Why do I sometimes go for 2 points? It's a bad answer, but honestly, I like to say context, right? But reversal trades like this, typically, you want more. But honestly, going 4 points because I lost the last 2 trades. What can I say? That might be part of the motivation. But yeah, I mean, it really depends on context. Sometimes, if I really like the setup, then I'll go for a swing trade. What's happening here, Pandas? No idea. So I don't like to trade in this area. Starts to push up here. I don't know. I mean, we're above the 20 EMA still, so who knows? Pushing higher now. Follow through on the higher time frames on that trap trade. Ooh, I mean, it looks so choppy. I have no idea. It just looks so ugly. I don't know what to do here. There is still a gap above here, Pandas. I mean, don't forget, this gap is still here. I don't know if we're going to fill it today, but we could. Especially with these traps on the higher time frames, all triggering. Yeah, I have no idea. Alright, Pandas. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. There is news tomorrow, so make sure you guys pay attention. The news item tomorrow is... I'm a little red today, but it's all good. We do have ISM numbers tomorrow at 10 a.m., so we will be streaming when that happens. Just get ready for a rocky ride, Pandas, for all the news, and especially on Wednesday. So Pandas, make sure you guys trade safe, and see you guys bright and early, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. By the way, for those who don't know what the pre-market show is, we go over all my off-stream trades, go over all my account balances. For anyone who wants to join, you can become a Panda and join that 9 o'clock every single day. 9:15 though is for the mainstream. That's absolutely for free, and I'll see you guys all then. Till then, happy trading. God bless. Bye.